Hello, it's Randy Duck and we're back again for another video. This time it's from one of the recent giveaway tanks in the Monster Arm op for Halloween. Arguably one of the best ones, in my opinion anyway, and that's the Inferno. It's a tier 8 British medium tank, medium premium tank, and honestly it is fantastic. It has a 440 alpha, so you really hit hard for a tier 8 tank, and it comes with that turret armour, and yes, it does look little bit ridiculous, the turret, because of that big monster face with the horns on it, but that sort of adds to the effect of the armour. It's much better than the standard non-skinned version. The turret armour is noticeably stronger, and yeah, it can be real monster. They kind of hold down. We're in this game here, and we are we're bottom tier, so we have to be careful because there's also 2 front police in the game. I'm going for the sort of standard position I like to take in mediums on Fisherman's Bay, and that's just to try and spot things crossing, because obviously we've got 2 front police in the game and it's a tier 10 game, so you can, if you're the one spotting the targets, it can be really good when you're going for that mark of excellence to get that extra assistance damage in, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. It's a kind of a situation you have to be careful of, because yes, I can kick up all the assistance damage, but obviously if I get spotted here, which I have now done, the artillery can focus on me, as well as me, it's potential I could get slapped by things which are camping at the back of the map. So it is something you've got to be careful of. But nonetheless, I'm going to lose my spot here because while I'm spotted, so I'm not giving the artillery any more reasons to shoot me, and then I'm going to go back to try and see if I can get any more shots in. I get a nice shot through that Wizzy there for the side of the turret. That's a really nice shot, putting him with no good, getting rid of him, because he's kind of the Conqueror and this Wizzy are kind of in frustrating locations for me, because they're basically playing the same thing I'm doing from the other side of the ridge, and obviously it means we spot each other, we proxy spot each other, and obviously that's going to cause a problem. So the 2 artillery shells kept coming near me, so I decided I'm going to move and try and spot up the things down the 1-2 line to give our camping things in the 1-2 something to shoot at. Fortunately for me, the artillery was looking this way, and I just got a lovely bit of assistance early doors, putting myself onto 2,400 assistance. We spotted this Waffle E100. We're going to want to see if we can try and keep him lit if we can, because obviously that means we know the artillery is looking this way, and since now we know we've got the support of the front police, we're going to keep trying to spot this location up to see if we can get any more assistance. This T95's just been spotted, and that is a artillery magnet, a Waffle 100 and a T95 sat next to each other. Yeah, you're going to want to be shooting at that if you're in the front police, aren't you? And there he goes, the shot comes in. Unfortunately that missed, but I am up to now just under 3,000 assistance. So it's really, already I've had a good game in concerns of marking a tank. I'm off to a great start. It's only the beginning, and we've already got 3,000 assistance and just over 1,000 of our own. Unfortunately, while I was trying to relocate, we got into a little bit of an incident with that friendly tank you can see there, and he gets a little bit frustrated with me. It was, to be honest, just it was just, I was just trying to turn around, he was just trying to turn around, but that's one of those things. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just continuously spotting this area. I don't want to put, I'm bottom tier, so I do want to be a little bit careful, and obviously the things in the 1-2 aren't really spotting for themselves, so that's why I was trying to locate that, trying to spot there best I could, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be working for me too much anymore. I'm not getting a lot more, so I'm going to see if I can help out our guys in the town, just because I noticed that the potentially there was the E4 which was about to cross the town, so I'm hoping I might be able to get a few shots in when we do spot that gap. But this Wizzy was on a 1-shot, so we're seeing if we can manage to get a shot for his Cupola, but he gets shut down by our friendly Cranraven anyway, and that's one less tank to deal with there. This is where we noticed there was an E4 crossing here earlier. There you go, we just spotted him cross. We're going to pull back to see if we can get a shot into him through his engine deck. We do, and now we're going to pull back. And you can see there that lovely alpha damage. This means when you're in a tier 10 matchmaking lobby, you still make a decent chunk every time you hit one of those tier 10 tanks. And yeah, it obviously not got the greatest reload, but it's just really nice just playing those games, especially now they fixed the alpha, so you are actually rolling for what you should be, not always rolling lower all the time. So after, this game's really started to look a lot better for us now. We're 13-9 and I've got sort of just shy of 5,000 combined. So I'm hoping I might be able to push over and see if we can spot anything on that T95. But as we did, we saw this Conqueror pushed up high and we'd realised we'd have a shot into him. So we do manage to finish him off. Now we're just trying to lose a spot and then we're going to go forward and see if we can spot that T95. We'll just have a quick scan over to my right and notice that the TVP there is a one shot against our M60 who's full health. So I don't feel the need to overpoke to get a shot into him, because you can do that on this little ridge. I can overpoke over here and get a shot into him. But knowing that he's a one shot, I don't think that's going to be necessary. I don't want to expose myself if I don't have to that T95, which was last seen in this location. So the plan is I'm going to try and spot him, because then I can get the assistance of anything looking at him. And if I can, I'm going to get behind him. And I've seen my opportunity in my window. Once I've got behind this tank, then obviously he's not going to do anything. He won't be able to stop me. Get a shot for the engine deck, and as you quite often do with the T95s, if you shoot the engine deck, you set them on fire. And now we're just hoping to finish it off, which we do. And yeah, so it's just mop-up time now, and this is where I do actually make my a bit of a mistake at the end of this game, which is a bit of a shame, because I could have ended this game a lot stronger. And that is, I push over trying to get all the assistance, getting greedy, thinking I'll be able to push over and get the assistance off the Iron Rain. Because if I just spotted the Iron Rain or anything at the back, obviously my two fun places are going to give me a lot of assistance. Unfortunately for me, yeah, I should have paid a little bit more attention, because I then got caught out in the middle of the map and it didn't end well for me. But having said that, I still ended up getting the extra assistance there. So it still ended up being like a decent combined game anyway. It was just a little bit of a shame, because had I had a little bit more patience, it's just one of those situations where sometimes you just got to take a gamble, because if you don't go first, you're not going to get all the assistance. So it was just an educational gamble, and it didn't quite pay off there for this occasion. But that's the end of the first battle. So what's left is to get to the results screen, and we can see how we did. As you can see, we've got 2 kills, 3,000 damage, 4,500 assistance. We had a very nice combined game there. Unfortunately, it was only a first class, probably because we died at the end. The next game is going to be a very different game, more damage orientated, but still a very good game. So if you stay with us, and I'll see you in a bit for the second replay. Okay, thanks for staying with us. Now, in this second replay on Westfields, we're actually platooned up with Chopper, a fellow pleb member. He has his own YouTube channel and his own Twitch channel. He's a very good player, and on top of that, a top bloke as well. So I definitely recommend checking him out if if you're not already a follower. But yeah, a very important thing to note on this replay is there's no fun police. As well as being top tier, there is no fun police. Now that is going to mean that this tank is going to be in its element. I'm going to be able to play hold down on top of the ridge, and being top tier, there's not really going to be any threat of anything penning my turret. If I'm using all the gun depression, realistically they're only going to be able to pen my commander's hatch, and that's a very awkward thing to shoot at when you look at the front of this tank, the front of the turret. Just so with that monster figure, if you like, on the front, it means it blocks a lot of the polar up, and it's quite an awkward shot. So this really is going to be in its element, and you're going to see there that I end up picking up quite a nice bit of damage in this tank. One thing I would say about the Inferno, which you don't really see in this video, that you see, generally it can be a little bit trolly if you don't fully aim your shot. Before 6.0 it really held the tank back. After 6.0 it's not as noticeable, but it definitely still is. So I definitely miss a lot of shots which I think I should hit, but that doesn't happen in this replay. I think I'd hit every shot I fire and only don't penetrate one shot. So it's probably not a good example of how the gun can be, because sometimes it can troll, but in this video we don't have that. So here you go, there's the first shot which we hit rightfully aimed and doesn't pen. I think after that I'm pretty sure every shot I fire actually penetrates, which is lovely when those things happen. But we're in a fantastic position here, aren't we? Because we are hull down. I'm not scared about things penning me here, really, to be honest with you. I've got the gun depression. I can just stand there, let this aim in the black prints, and just boom, slap in there. I think I even low rolled him. I think it's, you know, just hit things so hard, especially when you're hitting tier 8 tanks and you're slapping them for 440 or higher. We get a nice shot in there through the Infernos. He's on the move. He's giving me not major concerns, but now there's a second angle for me to have to worry about, which is it just makes it a little bit awkward. You can see here, every time I'm poking out, I have to be careful I'm not going to get shot in the side by that Inferno. He looks a little bit occupied, so I'm going to try and get a shot into this Huntsman, which I do, getting me up to 2,000 damage. This game, we're already, you know, we're starting to sort of, yeah, not dominate yet, but we're taking away all the key areas of the map, and they're not really taking a lot of map control, the enemy team here. So I'm just able to just look for shots. Now this Stone Cold is now my priority, because that's a very nasty tank, and he's again in an awkward position for me, so I don't really fancy him just sitting on my side. So I'm going to try and kill him and make sure he doesn't get out of here unpunished, because he is in a very aggressive position. So we slap a shot into the back of the Stone Cold, put him on 45 hit points left, and then we just see if we can get any more shots in. So we're up to 3,500 damage now, up to 1,000 blocks. So we just it's starting to get to that stage of the battle where we are dominating now. It is 11-8 on the scoreboards, and you can see the enemy got no map control, and it's pretty clear that they're all going to be sitting on the other side of the ridge, sort of camping in their heavy tanks. So I'm hoping that once I've pushed up and removed this Huntsman from play, I'm going to be able to hopefully spot them up, and then get some maybe some assistance damage, but if not, farm the damage. We've got this T28 on my side. He's not really got shots at me at the moment. And there you go, where's the Tiger 2 sort of camping in the other side of the ridge. Get that shot in, putting just under 4k damage. I know the rest of the team's there, so I'm just hoping that they'll get lit up and I'll be able to farm some damage. We slap a shot into the Lycan, taking them out, and now it's just farm time. Just trying to make sure we hit these shots to get every little bit of damage we can out of this game. We see the Emil 2, we don't even, Emil 1, so we don't even fully aim and that hits anyway. Like I say, it doesn't always happen with the Inferno, but I got very fortunate with this game. So 2 more tanks left, they're full health, which is great for me. Hoping to try and get a shot into the track wheel, keeping in place, pick up a bit of assistance, which we do. And we're going to go for a second shot, but it looks like it's just got unspotted. I know there's this guy in the Tiger somewhere. The Tiger then gets spotted, so I auto aim on just to get my gun over as quick as I can, and then I aim in the shot and we get a shot in. Again, he's on a 1 shot now, so we auto aim onto the T54E2, so we aim in quicker, and then we get the final shot, bringing us up to 6,000 damage, and just under 1,000 assistance. So just shy of 7,000 combined. Yeah, and as you say, really decent game for us on Westfield. 2006 base XP. Yeah, really nice damage total, and just shows what this tank can do in a very quick game. It was only like a 5-6 minute game, and we had over 6,000 damage. So really hope you enjoyed that video. As always, thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I'll do my very best to keep bringing the content out for you guys, and as always, happy tanking.